Hey, it's freezing.
Oh, what do you need? Hot tea? Coffee?
Lip gloss.
Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Natsa and today I'm going to be showing you how I did this perfect fall soft glam makeup look. I am literally obsessed and I think that you can get this done in 30 minutes or less depending on how long it takes you to put on lashes. If you're me, maybe 45 because those lashes be playing with me sometimes. Definitely worth it. I think it's giving very much bronzed, very much fall toasty vibes, which I've just been obsessed with lately. Okay, enough yapping, let's get into how I did it. All right, let's get into the makeup. I just got my hair done and all these inches just have me acting different. Just a new level of confidence whenever you get your hair done, I feel. I'm super excited. I did a look. My sister's friends are over and I'm hoping that you guys can't hear them in the back. What I was saying is that I did a look like this yesterday and I really wanted to film it for YouTube because it turned out really good. I'm gonna start off with this Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. Ooh, actually, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. I'm actually gonna start off with a primer and just put a little bit of that in my T-zone area. Just my usual e.l.f. Power Grip primer. You guys know I have not changed that up in quite some time. I'm trying to get into filming more makeup videos on here because I genuinely do love filming makeup videos, but I know they don't perform as well as my outfit videos. So I've been prioritizing outfit videos, but I love makeup. So I'm gonna do and post what I love, obviously. I love clothes too, but you know, it's just not as therapeutic as doing your makeup. Okay, I'm yapping, but now I'm gonna go in with the Milani Conceal and Perfect Concealer, or Conceal and Perfect Foundation and Concealer, I don't know. Using about 2 pumps of that. And then I'm gonna grab some of this Bioma Milky Toner and just mix that in using this big brush. When I did this yesterday, it literally had my skin looking insane. Also, look at the match of this foundation. Literally perfect. I don't know why I didn't pick this up sooner. It's gorgeous. And also this brush, I just got this the other day too, and I've been really liking it because it covers so much ground. I blended that part of my face in like 20 seconds because it's just so good and just gets things done so fast. And you can bring it down the neck as well. It's not natural coverage, it's definitely full coverage, this foundation. Like a very skin-like pretty finish, I think. I start off by swiping with the brush, then I stipple it and tap like this so that the foundation doesn't look streaky. Now that I'm done with that, I'm gonna go in with this Makeup by Mario concealer in shade 380. This is super bright, but that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm just gonna take one line, put it under the eyes, on the forehead, down the nose, upper lip, and the chin as well. Then going in with some of this Saie Slip Tint in shade 20. And I'm just putting that on the end parts of the eye. I'm really praying you guys can't hear all the kids in the back because they're being a little loud. It's fine if you can because not a lot of people watch me on here, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm just gonna put the concealer everywhere I put the other concealer, just to kind of mix them together. I don't know. It makes sense in my head because this is super bright, but this kind of combats the brightness, but I still want that brightness there. Now, I like to let my concealer dry down a little bit, and while that dries down, I usually will just fill in my eyebrows. I'm using this NYX Professional Makeup micro brow pencil. I've been using this for a while, and I really like it because it's super small. Like look at the I don't even think you guys can see, but it's like a super small tip. Is that what it's called? I don't know. It helps, especially when you're doing the tail of the brow, make it super precise. Makes the brows look a little bit more like feathery and natural rather than being like boxy and sharp and thick. Because for a soft glam, you want your brows to be prominent, especially if you're like me and you have like no brows as it is. You don't necessarily want them to be like super dark and dramatic as if you were doing like a full glam. At least, you know, that's kind of how I like to go about it. So I would just fill them in following the shape of your brow and then just kind of brush them out and then keep doing that until they look kind of how you like. I feel like everyone's brows are different and everyone's brows fit their face. So if you can kind of just follow your natural shape, that's always the best thing to do. Now I just got back into doing this. I forgot how much of a difference it makes in your makeup, but seriously, carving out your brows takes the makeup from, like beginner looking to like profesh. Just having a super sharp tail, I don't know what it does. I feel like it just makes things look super like, oh, she knows what she's doing. You know what I mean? Obviously there's other things that do the same thing, but having a sharp tail just really does it for me. So I just kind of follow that make sure the edge is nice and sharp. And I'll kind of go on top too. Sharpen that up even more. I just got my brows done the other day and I feel like she definitely made one brow thinner than the other. Comment down below if you can tell which one it is, this one or this one. If you can't tell, comment that too, because maybe I'm just going crazy, but I feel like I can totally tell that she made one way thinner than the other one. They'll grow back. Last up for the brows, I'm gonna go in with this NYX The Brow Glue in black. I also just picked this up the other day from Ulta. And so far I like it, not as much as my, what's it called? My Anastasia Brow Freeze Gel. That one literally had my brows like stuck in place and like flat and just perfect the entire day. This one does its job for sure, but it does not compare to that one. So I think I definitely want to pick that one up. I was just kind of looking for something cheaper and seeing if it could do the same thing, but I guess it's just an investment that I'm gonna have to make because I had gotten the mini size to test out the Anastasia and I really liked it. So I'm definitely gonna have to invest in the full size. I still like it though, just it's not a love. Now just going in with this really small sponge. This is from Sonia Kashuk, I believe, and just going in and blending out that concealer. The one tip that I'll always give about makeup is slow and steady wins the race. If you just want things to look really professional and you want yourself to look really put together, take your time when blending, take your time when applying things, because being meticulous about the application really helps. And that's just what I've learned. You really just can't rush greatness. Now I'm just going in with this Tarte Sculpt tape on the cheekbones as well as the forehead. And I've been trying to work on contouring my nose a little differently because I feel like the way I've been contouring it doesn't really fit my face. So I'm really trying to work on that. I feel like I've been over contouring it, and so I'm just trying to do it a little bit less. Also putting some on my not cheekbones, jawline as well. And then just going in with my F4 brush from Make by Mario. And I like to blend up like this. I feel like it makes things really defined. So I'll like flip the brush over and tap it out like that. I always give this tip, but it works. For me at least. This Tarte contour I've had for a really long time. You know when you just don't pick up a product for a while because you just get so set in your routine? That's what happened. I started using the Saie bronzer a ton, and then I saw a video of someone recommending the Tarte contour and I was like, wait, I have this. I really liked it when I was using it. Why did I stop using it? Picked her back up again. I found my way back, and that's all that matters. When it comes to like blush placement and concealer placement, I figured that out, but contour placement, I'm still kind of working on that, and it's really just about doing what fits your face the best. Flipping over to this side to blend out the nose. I feel like this contour looks fine. You guys let me know. Please engage in the comments. Whenever I post on YouTube like long form, I get really emo because I'm like, no one ever comments or really likes or like engages with my long form YouTube videos. So I get a little bit sad because I like doing long form YouTube, but I just don't get as much engagement, which is fine. Maybe it just means I'm not that good. And that's okay. I'm gonna go back in with the sponge and just tap over the concealer, blend out any harsh lines that may be there. Wait, low-key, I like how I contoured my nose today. Maybe talking about how bad I am at contouring my nose made my nose contour. I literally just picked up this Rhode blush yesterday. It's her Pocket Blush in Toasted Teddy, and I feel like this is gonna be the perfect shade for fall, hence why I'm using it today. I'm just gonna take some of that on the cheeks. I'm gonna use a good amount because I don't think that it's necessarily super pigmented from what I've heard. I'm gonna blend this out with this brush. This brush is literally perfect for blending out blush because it fits my cheekbones. Okay, I like this. It's giving mauve vibes, and I do not have a blush in this like mauve-y color. I have a lot of blush, but this shade is not one that I have. I'm messing with it, especially for fall. I think gorge. And then again, going back in with my beauty sponge and just blending, because sometimes you'll get a harsh line right here. And to avoid that, I literally just after each step will re-blend out my concealer. All right, now it's time to bake. I'm gonna take my One Size powder in shade Rich Peach, using my One Size powder puff, tapping into the powder, just getting that excess off on the back of my hand, and just going in, packing that into my under eye and on top of my eyelid. This shade I like to pack all the way into my skin, and then with the brighter powder, you'll see I'll kind of do more of a baking situation, but this I like to get it in there. And then any excess you can just put over the rest of your face. And I like to hit around my nose and mouth a pretty good amount because I have some texture there as well as some discoloration. So I kind of like to go in a ton around the mouth. I'm going to take this smaller puff, pack it in even more, and get into like those little crevices, you know? Now taking this Morphe powder in brightening pink. This is what I'm gonna bake. So just taking that on a sponge, literally just going like this under the eye. That might have been a lot, but you know. And kind of swiping that under the eye, on the forehead, and then also carving out right here. What is this, the jawline? Because you know we're gonna contour and bronze there, so you want to make sure it's sharp. And down the nose a little bit. Now this is when the toastiness really starts to come together. I'm gonna go in with this House Labs bronzer in Kaya Spice, and we're just gonna swipe that across the eyelid. And I think that this shade is, I love these House Labs bronzers, but I think that this shade of bronzer will really tie in together with the blush and the lip combo that I'm gonna do, so it's perfect. It almost has kind of a purplish undertone, but it's still bronzy, and I think it's the perfect dark skin girl friendly bronzer. I think if you're in the market for one, definitely take a look at this because it is just gorgeous. This and the NARS bronzer are my top two, and the House Labs one. Man, or not House Labs, and the One Size one is also very good as well. Then I'm just gonna go in with a super light brown. This is the Morphe Bronze Metal palette, and I'm just gonna put that in the center of the eye just to help bring out that bronzer a little bit more. Literally just right in the center. And it looks like you did like a full eyeshadow look, but I think elevates the eye look a ton. And then to also really spice things up is I'm gonna go in with a brown liner. This is from L'Oreal, their brown eyeliner pencil. And I'm gonna really tight line that and just get into the eye. Like you don't want it on your skin, you just want it straight on the waterline. Brings out the eyes so much. This eye I'm not doing as good because this pencil's not as sharp. Also the way I put on eyeliner I've been told is like really scary because my eyes like roll back. That's how you get it in there, you know? I really don't want to, but since this is a soft glam, I am gonna go in with a little baby half lash. So what I'm gonna do is just grab this. These are from Kiss. And where are my scissors? And I'm just cutting like a few clusters off, maybe, what is this, 4 clusters. This is for my right eye. Taking some lash glue. I feel like if you don't know how to put on lashes, this isn't the video to teach you. There's definitely some in-depth videos, but it really just comes with trial and error, honestly. I like to put some glue on mine. I just got glue everywhere. Wow. I squeezed way too hard. Shoot. Right now, grabbing a new set of lashes because I messed that one up. The lash has the glue on it. You let it kind of dry clear. So you can blow on that. And I think the only way to put lashes on is with tweezers. Very much impossible for me to do it any other way, especially because my lashes are super curly, so they're already impossible to put lashes on as is, especially tweezers like this, because then you can smash them together and eventually it'll look right. Lashes are on finally. I feel like that always takes me a bajillion years longer than it needs to. Now I'm just gonna go in with some mascara on the inner part, like the inner corner of my eye, and then putting some on the lashes as well. Add a little bit of drama, but also join together my lashes. All right, after struggling with the lashes, it's finally time to blend away this bake. Honestly, just take a super small brush that fits right under the eye and just blend everything out. I'm super harsh with blending things out because I don't want any leftover powder, so I'll just really get in there. All right, I just kind of fixed up the lighting. I felt like it was looking a little weird, but I'm gonna go back in with this House Labs bronzer on my Patrick Ta brush. I'm gonna link all the products that I use down below. I just created a Shop My, so use that link preferably because apparently people be making some crazy commissions off of all the products that they link in their Shop My. So, you know, I'm trying it out. Just going over all the same places that I put the cream contour, and I love a bronzy look, and obviously this is more of a toasty glam, so don't be shy with the bronzer. I don't think you can ever have enough bronzer in my opinion. I feel like the Toasted Teddy kind of got a little bit lost under all the powder, so I'm just gonna dip into this again and just putting that on top. I love putting creams on top of powders, especially cream blush, because it kind of gives you that dewy look and just reinforces that blush. But Hailey babes, she needs to come out with some powder versions of her pocket blushes. That way I could just throw a powder blush on top of this. Come on now. I love the way this looks though. Then just going on top of that with some of this Juvia's Place Volume 1 Powder Blush Duo. Putting some of that powder on top. Now time to do setting spray. I like a lot, so I'm gonna go in with this e.l.f. one first. Then I go in with this NYX Dewy Finish Satin. And then I do tried and true one size. Letting that dry down a little bit. Now going in with this Fenty Beauty Highlighter Duo in Afternoon Snack and Mo Honey. I'm gonna use Afternoon Snack today just because I'm not feeling like being super blinding. I'm just putting that on my cheekbones. I like to do this after setting spray because it makes my face a little bit wet, so then the highlighter sticks to that. Putting that on my nose as well, bridge of the nose, and on the Cupid's bow. All right, I finally figure out like super good lighting at the very end, but last thing I'm gonna go in with is this Rhode Peptide Lip Tint. I think I'm gonna put on a little bit of this Toasted Teddy on my lips first in the center. It's just like the perfect fall shade, I think. Then putting this Peptide. This is in PB&J, like so. It's kind of like a brownish. Love that. I'm gonna take some of this lipstick from MAC in the center. Let me fix my hair and come back and show you guys the finished look. All right, the hair's looking a little funky, but let's get into this face, honey. Yeah, and this is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also follow me on my other socials, Life of Natsa, on every single account. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this soft glam. I hope you guys enjoyed this fall soft glam makeup. Bye. I'll see you in the next one.